Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
He said the boss is not going to leave under any circumstances. We are just going to stay in power. And I said to him, well, it doesn't quite work that way, you realize. And he said, we don't care.
Is there a right level of alarm to start the show at this morning?
Chris, should we just
play the air raid siren over and over again?
Over which one?
Yes, the air raid siren. Just play it all 3 hours this morning.
I'm sure that'll.
Yeah, we'll make sure. Hey, you're late for work. Get up. We're teetering on fascist autocracy. Yeah. Although that does seem kind of like game over legally, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's Flipper Week. That's leaked Jenna Ellis footage, and there's also with Sidney Powell.
Some Kraken footage.
Yes. The Kraken was finally released, but not the way that she thought.
No.
You know, just she was going to seize the voting machines, use the military, just stuff like
just
that.
Little things
like
that.
Just,
Whatever.
Nothing more to see here. Can I just say, we have Tristan Snell, legal add-on, or whatever is going on in New York in the fraud trial.
He's
but
the guy who prosecuted Trump University.
Yes. But Charlie Pierce should be the official headline writer for every paper in America. It might be a little time-consuming. His headline, Nazi-curious madman currently under indictment for 91 felonies gives speech. That's the only headline that's necessary. Once again, we talk about how the media is totally unprepared for this moment in our history, right? I mean, it is, I don't even know. And I'm on the fence. I asked to print Palmer Report because we are rightfully terrified. And I kind of like, Chris, I like Democrats terrified. Okay. We all have 2016 PTSD. The minute I think we get confident is when I get nervous, right? Particularly with all these other egotistical lunatics getting into the race, right? That you don't know how it's going to affect that. There's so many wild cards. But at the same time, I have said over and over, I think he's going to prison. I don't think he's going to be president, but I don't want people to get happy, as Bob Cesca would say. But Palmer Report said Trump told Dan Scavino he was staying in office no matter what, but then Trump didn't have to leave office because he doesn't have magical powers. Stop cowering to Trump and talking about how dangerously powerful he is. Call out his weakness instead. And his second one, the more obvious it becomes that Trump is finished, prison, senile, etc., the more loudly his people are leaking doomsday stuff about when he's magically back in power. Stop amplifying this crap. Oh, no, he's going to install loyalists. And no, shut up. Stop being his publicist. So I understand that, too, is that's what they want, is us to be terrified.
Yes.
Right? But so I'm sort of torn. Are you on what, we should be alarmed at the rhetoric.
Democrats are motivated by terror and alarm.
Yeah. You can't tell me he didn't know vermin is directly out of a Hitler speech.
Of course he knew. It was written. Stephen Miller probably wrote it.
Right. Yes.
I mean, Hitler acolyte like Stephen Miller.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Oh, God. That guy is terrifying. Okay. I don't, and what's the latest, book? John Carl's. It's terrifying. All of it is terrifying. And once again, this should be now a warning. Just saying.
Now a warning?
Everyone knew he was a lunatic all along. It's not like but it's just the fact that they're still able to be this huge industry of books with shocking bombshells in them is like, I mean, the fact that, he thought he can, he still thinks he can be reinstated or all of this like crazy town stuff. Is
and nobody wanted to make him mad, so they all coddled him, told him, oh, you're right, sir. You're absolutely right. When he wasn't right.
Right.
They knew he was wrong, and they still coddled him.
Right.
So that they wouldn't piss him off.
Uncle Rob Riner, this is why there is the fear. A vote for no labels is a vote for Trump. A vote for Bobby Kennedy is a vote for Trump. A vote for Cornel West is a vote for Trump. A vote for Jill Stein is a vote for Trump. The only vote not for Trump is a vote for Biden. Thank you. I'm sorry. That you are an unpatriotic, egotistical lunatic if you have to run for president in this cycle, in this time in our history, when you have no chance. I mean, what is the point? I don't understand the point of any of these. And by the way, stop sending us pitches. We're not having on anybody that's running. I'm hoping this will be the end of Bobby Kennedy's run. Yeah, did you see this?
Were we pitched Bobby Kennedy? Oh.
No, we'll talk about it.
We were pitched everyone else. The answer is no.
Jill Stein.
Let me give you a blanket no.
Jill Stein.
Computer says no.
Okay, let's not do inside baseball on the air.
You're the one who mentioned it.
The answer's no.
You mentioned it.
I know what you saw.
Okay. I am not helping Trump get back into office.
No.
Anyway, I think this should be the end of it. Because I just feel like this is just icky, and that's a bipartisan thing. Did you see the footage? A guy took a video of Bobby Kennedy Jr. on a flight, and he went to the bathroom barefoot. Oh!
Yeah, saw that.
Oh, my God.
I just think I'm gonna barf.
Even at nudist colonies, you have to sit down
Right?
with a towel.
What's with him working out at your gym without a shirt and jeans, and then he's walking to the... Oh, do you know how much urine and whatever's on the floor? Probably in the... And he was in first class, of course.
Well,
Of course.
Yeah, well,
Because he's a man of the people.
He's a Kennedy.
he can afford it.
Yeah, of course.
He was on standby.
He's somebody. The story is the anti-vax candidate is apparently anti-hygiene as well.
Well, makes it track.
By the way, the guy that he's a right winger. He was about to go on Glenn Beck's show. He's from the whatever anti-climate thing, whatever. See, this is because now they're polling showing
don't
he's
like
hurting
him.
Trump. Now
Yeah.
they're trying to take him down. But I'm just saying, I'm with you. Whatever reason, it's just icky. It's disgusting. Okay. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? If this polling just tanks, just that's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah. I saw Jill Stein picking her nose last week.
Let's do it.
All right.
Tanker.
Allegedly. I don't know.
Finish her.
I'm just making up now. At least I'm saying that I'm just making up. Let's just think of disgusting hygiene stories about all the wild cards. Okay. Okay. Where I don't know. Should we start with which annoying... Oh, by the way, Brian Claus, who I love and follow on the Twitters. Thank you. There cannot be a high enough level of alarm.
This has been going on for 7 years.
Thank you.
I think this is something where it's quite clear that he's lifting not just rhetoric, but actual plans from the authoritarian playbook. I mean, every week we get a new story about how they're gearing up to sort of politicize the Department of Justice and go after their perceived enemies. The rhetoric of the echoes of history. I mean, I study the breakdown of democracy, and I don't know how to say this more clearly. We are sleepwalking towards authoritarianism.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay.
And people are not waking up to this. And the Constitution is not written with magical ink. It is protected by the people who make brave choices during moments of political peril. And we are in one of those moments. So the question is, do voters wake up as well? Because our political class is not rising to the challenge. They're not distancing themselves in the Republican Party from this rhetoric. They're just sort of pretending like it doesn't exist.
Yeah. And one last one.
And we are literally walking towards a world in which Donald Trump is going to consolidate power, politicize the rule of law, and break down democracy one day at a time. And I think that's something that we have to really grapple with as we head towards the election next year, because that is the biggest story in American politics, and nothing else comes close.
Thank you, Brian Class. There are a few of us that are at the proper level of hair on fire. Yeah, I don't... Who do you think, first of all, who do you think leaked the deposition footage, right? Because it's not just Jenna Ellis, it's also Sidney Powell, and he seems, what's the legal term? We'll ask Tristan Snell, but I think he's completely and totally, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, as I see it. This is, give me 9, this is more from that.
At the time period where they were going to start to discuss, what was Dan Scavino's role?
At the time, I believe his title was social media director for the White House. It became deputy chief of staff at the time that the conversation in question took place.
Okay, and when was that?
The conversation was around December 19th of 2020 at the White House Christmas party.
Okay, so anyway, we have a lot to talk to Tristan Snell about, right?
Yeah.
Here's the other concern is just the traitors in our midst. Like at least Stefanik, I think Tristan tweeted about her. He said she's lucky she's not a lawyer because she would be disbarred. I mean, she's clearly acting as a cutout for the Trump legal team to try to file some bull ethics complaint against the local Manhattan judge that she doesn't like because he's prosecuting Trump for his lifetime of fraud, right? And Judge Cannon. I mean, by the way, Allison Gill had some thoughts about that too. That here, carry the floor. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Rutabaga.
Here it is.
Peas and carrots.
Maggie Haberman says Donald Trump's team feels, quote, pretty confident about the classified documents case because Trump-appointed Judge Aileen Cannon he believes she does things to benefit him, quote unquote. Allison Gill said, I'm not a lawyer, but saying you believe a judge is in your pocket seems like a big deal, like grounds for recusal, more so than any of the rulings she's made. Am I off base here? Yes, Jody Hamilton.
Allison and I think it was Andy McCabe also said that because she's been so bending over backwards for Donald, that if he were to lose the case with a jury trial and she's still the judge, he has no appeal. Yeah. Because she's been bending over backwards so much that if anything...
I assume if she's so in his pocket, she's not going to recuse no matter what. But it seems like, honestly, that she's part of Trump's defense team now. So is at least Stefanik, some random congresswoman that's, it just is... That's what's terrifying, is the people that apparently... They would be in his,
cabinet?
Extra Hitlery second administration or... Okay. And some of the people you have on here, with Trump, that we have on an almost daily basis, the MAGA morons. Because you go, how many of them are there actually?
I don't know what reality they're in. It's insane.
Oh, should we just do a little, good liars, our friends. Yeah.
They asked him if he had seen his 2021 financial statements. He responded by saying that he was busy dealing with China and Russia. What do you think about that?
I think he was a busy man when he was president. I mean,
but he wasn't president in 2021.
Up in 2016.
Yeah, but he wasn't president in 2021.
Before he became president.
But he said in 2021 he was too busy dealing with.
They're just bashing him. They got to pick out something.
Some little niggling detail, like the fact that he wasn't president.
Your heart.
It gets worse. Yeah.
He said that the square footage of his own condo was 3 times the amount that it actually was. Like that's lying about it.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I don't believe
it said it in the documents of his company. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how that comes out, though. I don't know.
He said it.
This is why I'm thinking it won't matter if the trial is televised, right? January 6th. I mean, it
does show him being petulant, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although, otherwise it's like New York. Then he comes out and lies on the steps, and the media covers that rather than what actually is happening in the courtroom. So I mean, they're saying doesn't seem like there's as much chance it's going to be because it's not,
It's up to Chuck and...
Yeah. Okay, one last one.
If that's the case, does that change your opinion on it a little bit?
No, absolutely not. No. It's because it's all crap news. It's all fake
But
news.
it's not. It wouldn't be fake because he did say it.
Yeah, but how do we know that?
But because his own company put it out and they said that it was their document.
And I'd have to see it, and then, you know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about, but if I saw it, then I would say, okay, cool. Well, there's a reason for it, guaranteed. So.
But if he did lie about that, do you think maybe it's possible he lied about other stuff?
Trump doesn't lie.
What? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, America. It's springtime for Donald Trump.
It was funny because she was like, her little brain was going like, I don't know.
Springtime for Trump and America.
Yeah, like a slot machine, just like woo, lemons, pears,
cherries,
cherries.
Bar.
Do we have some swirling
$sign?
Do we have swirling what?
Oh, the slide whistle, whatever that is. There it is, my first drink of the day, Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Many of you know my story. I stopped drinking wine for 3 years during COVID, during the lockdown as part of a health reset. Now I drink wine in moderation, but this is an amazing new product. I've always believed in probiotics. And Z-Biotics, check this out. You drink just one of these. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I am using this and I feel great in the morning. I don't have to worry if I have an extra glass of wine, I still feel great in the morning. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. I've always had acid reflux problems. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. All I know is it works. It is Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.